Okay, good evening. I think we're ready to get started here. Thank you for being patient with us. If you could please stand, please, for the presentation of colors by the Heritage High School ROTC, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, and then pipe and drums. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order! Colors. Ready. Right. Right. Place. Forward. Arms. Forward. March.
You may be seated. I'm Kelly King, the Communications Manager from the Newport News Police Department, and it is my pleasure to welcome everyone tonight, our distinguished guests, our promoted officers, family members, friends, police personnel, to our ceremony. I'd like to introduce a couple special guests on stage tonight. We have with us Mayor McKinley Price, Assistant City Manager Alan Archer, and in the audience somewhere, our wonderful Dr. Sandra Cherry, Councilwoman. I'd also like to thank the Newport News Police Foundation and Huntington Ingalls for their continued support of our ceremonies and everything they do for our police department. And now I would like to invite Chaplain Ephraim Rosato to join me on stage to deliver the invocation.
Good evening, everyone. Let's pray. Father, you are in heaven. We thank you for this day and another day of life. Thank you for this opportunity that you give us this afternoon to be here. I present this ceremony in which servants of this city will be promoted to the higher rank positions. I ask you, Father, to take control of the atmosphere and that everything that is done on this night will be a lot of joy and rejoicing for all of us. We ask your blessing at this time for this activity. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce Elijah Brown. Elijah is one of our young adult police commissioners, and he is a senior, a rising senior at Heritage High School, and he would like to make a few remarks. Elijah?
Good evening. My name is Elijah Brown. I am a young adult police commissioner. I am also a rising senior from Heritage High School, and I am proud to be a part of this special event. A few weeks ago, I was informed by Sergeant Morgan that Chief Drew wanted me to give a speech at this special event. Now, I'm not quite sure whether it was my nervousness or the curiosity on why he decided to choose me, but somehow I found myself speechless. We decided that we were going to talk about the community and my interactions with the people in it. This was a very heart-touching topic because I've put so much into my community and the community has put so much into me. It became a difficult task because I did not know how to summarize all of my heartfelt moments. But with a little help, I managed to come up with a meaning for community and a list of interactions I had with the people in it. Community is a fellowship between a group of people who share a common attitude, interest, or goal. Over the last couple of weeks, I've had the chance of seeing the end product of bringing youth to the conversation, which some of you may know of as the Young Adult Police Commissioners, which I am a proud member of. I've also gotten to see how the Newport News Police Department changed the lives of these young teenagers in the span of 6 or 7 months. I've gotten to see how these group of teenagers, myself included, and the officers come together to bridge a gap and make what we call the community better. We had poetry slams for youth violence. We had community walks for gunned down teenagers. And together we took a stand against violence, against all, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, atheist, Christian, or Jew. We understood what needed to be done and together began to fight for what was right. Now, trust me when I tell you, the situations we've been through hasn't always been easy. It is never easy to have to go into a neighborhood and tell a crying mother that her child has been shot. It is not easy it's not easy to know that that kid that has been shot was one of your classmates, your friends, or a family member. But after our emotional strength has been challenged, after our mental strength has been jabbed at, these members, police officers, and teenagers have constantly came back to give into the community. We knew what needed to be done and would not give up on our job. As I like to say, greatness isn't just the outcome of a hard situation, but it's the attitude one has while being presented with it, going through the situation, overcoming it. So as I wrap this up, I would like to finish this with a question. Do you care for your community as much as your community care for you? What are you doing to be a part of this community? And what are you going to do to make this community better? Thank you.
Thank you, Elijah, and I know that Sergeant Morgan is absolutely thrilled that she gets to keep you for another year. In addition to having Heritage High School do our presentation of colors, which did an awesome job, we have with us tonight Woodside High School's orchestra, and they're going to perform their first number now. That was awesome. Thank you very much. And now we will have remarks from our Chief of Police, Steve Durr.
Well, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. There we go. So let me start by saying thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you who gave up your evenings to spend a little bit of time with us here tonight. I want to introduce you to the next group of individuals that are just a short few minutes from now are going to be promoted to the next rank. I want to recognize them and thank them for taking part in this process. And I want to thank the Down and Gross Cultural Arts Center for this beautiful venue. Now, this is a very special place to me for, I guess, well, about a year ago, I was able to stand here on an afternoon and become the chief of police of this great city. So this place has a lot of special meaning to me. Promotional processes can be taxing and challenging, and they're meant to be. At times, individuals will withdraw or pull out of the process or not even take part because of the amount of work that goes into it. And make no mistakes, it does take a commitment. There's a lot of work. It's set up to be that way. It separates those that want to be promoted just for personal benefit from those who want to make a change and a difference and are committed to this community and this department. So at this time, I want to thank all the individuals who took part in the process, those that are being promoted here this evening and those that aren't. In addition, there are some other individuals that I need to publicly recognize and thank for their assistance in this process. I didn't want to make the promotions on my own or in a vacuum, so I searched for help. I asked members of our community and city administration to assist me with selecting the next leadership of this department. Now, a few of them are here tonight. Ms. Sonia Antoine, who is the director of the libraries in Newport News, she assisted with our sergeant process. And Pastor Rita Twiggs assisted with our lieutenant process. Miss Angel Nelson, who is here tonight, is the Chief Operating Officer for the Boys and Girls Club, and I want to thank you for your assistance. Where'd you go? I just saw you. There you are. I want to thank you for your assistance in the captain process. It was valuable, and I appreciate you. Thank you. And I want to thank Miss Karen Wilds, who is the Executive Director of the Newport News Redevelopment Housing Authority, and Pastor Maxwell, who is the President of the Newport News NAACP, for assisting me in selecting the next assistant chief of this organization. These positions are critical in our department, and it is very difficult and challenging to weed out and make that final decision. With that said, after several meetings with the assistant chiefs, numerous prayers for guidance and wisdom, and a few sleepless nights, decisions were finally made, and that's why we're here tonight. A good friend told me that when you make the final decision and you have peace about it, that's God telling you that it's done, it's finished. So I stand here before you tonight in front of those individuals that are about to be promoted, and I tell you and I tell them that I have peace about it. Before you tonight are the next leaders in this organization. Congratulations. Shortly, they will direct new divisions, oversee platoons, and be responsible for the 22 new recruits that will graduate just a few short weeks from now. The accountability has just been raised, and your responsibility has now been increased. Officers, citizens, and I will require and expect more from each of you, as we should. As you advance in leadership, more and more is required. Solving citizens' problems, disputes, serving as mentors, managing staffing and devising strategies, charting a course, and making hard decisions. Now, let's talk about that just for a minute. When you're faced with hard decisions, don't base them on popularity. Don't select the path of least resistance. Gather the facts, seek opinions from individuals that you respect, that have been in the position that you're in, and make the best decision. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort, for it's where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. It was said by Martin Luther King, it can never be more true. Especially in today's society, and policing becomes more and more difficult, more and more challenging, and more is respected from individuals who put on this uniform. And as you go up in each level and rank, from sergeant to lieutenant, to captain and assistant chief, there will be more eyes on you from the community, the administration, and your peers. Leadership in this department is not about status and awards and recognition. It's about making sure that we're doing the very best we can to assist the individuals that we're responsible for in improving the quality of life of our citizens here in Newport News. It's about leading by example and actions, not words and documents. The department is like a family. It may be the only family that some of the employees who work for us have. Never take for granted those that chose this agency and work hard every day. Today are some of the most challenging days that we face in law enforcement. The issues that we deal with are real. The situations that we find ourselves in affects people's lives, communities, and their neighborhoods. Do not allow the speed of necessity to outweigh compassion that you have for others. People will not always remember the decisions you make, but I promise you this, they will always remember how you treat them. Don't be afraid of change. Look at a situation, assess it. Get that input, get the extra information. Don't just sit and watch the seconds turn of the clock, sign off on paperwork, and mark EOT for your end of tour. Improve processes. Challenge things. Make things better. Don't be afraid to address hard issues. When we police the way, we can't police the way we did in 2005. We have to develop and evolve. Be part of that. Encourage your officers to try new strategies and new ideas. Don't be afraid of the community. Engage them, capitalize on them, work with them. Let them be a part of the process that we solve problems and improve this community and this city. Don't get frustrated with others when they come to you and ask for advice or for your input. Be sure to show respect to those you impact, the ones that you interact with, and never take the position you hold for granted. Always be humble. People will make mistakes. We all do. And know this, that every mistake does not require discipline. Rather, work with people and develop them, encourage them, improve them. Remember when you started, as you went through processes, who helped you? Who was there for you? Colin Powell said, the day that soldiers stop bringing you their problems and the day that they stop leaning on you, they have either lost confidence in you, that you can't help them, or that you don't care. I want that to just resonate for a minute. When they stop coming to you and they feel like you don't care. I'm proud of each and every one of you. You were all selected for a reason. Although the competition was very competitive, you all were selected for a very, very special reason. And I and others see something in you, something special. Now, I'm a big baseball fan, and one of my heroes is Jackie Robinson. And Jackie Robinson was, for you that don't know, Jackie Robinson was the first African-American pro baseball player. Not in today's time, several years ago. The first African-American baseball player. The owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers, Mr. Branch Rickey, knew that the first African-American pro baseball player would have to have more and be more than just naturally talented. There would be a lot of things he would face. He would have to give his heart. He would have to be determined and not give up. He couldn't quit. So one afternoon, the fans in the stadium were hard on Jackie, and so were the other team. And Jackie had all he could take. He was tired of the name calling. He was tired of people yelling at him. He was tired of being hit by pitches. And after he had made an out, he went into the clubhouse, and he went off by himself. And he broke some baseball bats. He kicked some ball helmets. He punched some lockers. And he had just had it. He was fed up. We will probably have days like that. Well, Mr. Rickey was sitting in the front row, and he saw this, and he went down and he walked through the clubhouse, and he went back to talk to Jackie Robinson, and they had some conversation, and he calmed Jackie down, and Jackie finally looked at him, and he said, "Why? Why did you select me?" And Mr. Rickey looked back at Jackie, and he said simply, "Because I saw something special in you." You all do great things, and I'm excited for each and every one of you. Things are changing in our city. Crime is decreasing, citizens are more engaged, And in July, we will hold our biggest academy this department has ever had with a class size of 45. There is a reason individuals are choosing this department. The mayor would say, to use his term, there is a new vibe in this city. Our city manager would say that we have momentum. Continue that, guys. Build on it. Invest in your people and in the community. Be the strong leader that we all see in you. I am excited to see where you take us, and I can't wait for you to get started. And I want to tell you again that I'm excited for you, and I see something special in each and every one of you. The decisions were not made lightly. They were not easy. Look at the people in the audience that are here to see you tonight, to put their faith and trust in you, your family and your friends and community members. But also right here in this front row, there's 7 or 8 high school students. High school students from Newport News that are here, young adult police commissioners that work with the police department, have interacted with you. They're here on a Wednesday night to see you get promoted. I don't know how many people thought about that. Newport News high school students are here to see the next leadership in the Newport News Police Department. Things are changing in this city, and you guys are the next page. I want to wish you all the very best, and congratulations. It's well deserved.
Okay, you guys ready to get started? Just a couple words. A couple weeks ago, we held a very peaceful and respectful ceremony for Newport News Police Department fallen officers and fallen officers all over the country. Friday night, we all felt a terrible sense of sadness at the loss of life in Virginia Beach, and for many, it's been a pretty difficult few days. But tonight, we celebrate. Tonight is a celebration, and it should be fun. And it's so wonderful to see all these family members here. We're celebrating the accomplishments of these amazing men and women who have contributed their time, talent, expertise, and dedication to the Newport News Police Department, earning them a promotion to include greater responsibility and bigger opportunities. To truly make a difference, we're certain they will be instrumental in making the Newport News Police Department even greater than it already is. As I look at all the family members in the audience, I encourage you to cheer on your loved ones. So let's get this party started. Promotees, as I read your name, I ask that you and the person or persons you have chosen to pin you to join Chief Durr on stage. Sergeant Jamel D. Alexander. Sergeant Alexander was hired as a patrol officer for the Newport News Police Department on November 26, 2007. He has served as a property crimes detective, crisis negotiator, team leader, robbery detective, and homicide detective. He was promoted to Master Police Officer in June of 2016. He is the recipient of 5 Team Effort Awards and the U.S. Attorney's Office Public Service Award. He holds a Bachelor's of Arts degree in criminology from John Jay College of Criminal Justice and is currently pursuing a Master of Business Administration degree from Regent University. Sergeant Alexander volunteers for the Mayor's Book Club and participates in the NNTV Snipers basketball team. He is the Vice President of the Tribe Nation Basketball Academy and a YMCA youth basketball coach. On June 3, 2019, he was promoted to sergeant and is currently assigned to South Precinct, Watch 2. Joining him this evening is his daughter, Jeanette, his mother, Brenda Alexander, and her fiancé, Ephraim Fennell. Also joining him is his godbrother, Armando Jardine. Congratulations, Sergeant Alexander. Sergeant Brett N. Klein. Sergeant Klein was hired as a patrol officer for the Newport News Police Department on July 16, 2010. He has served as a patrol officer in South and Central precincts, including the South Precinct Community Response Team, and as a detective in the Organized Crime Division. He was promoted to Master Police Officer in December of 2018. Sergeant Klein holds a bachelor degree in political science from the U.S. Naval Academy. During his time in the Navy, he served as the gunnery officer on the USS Stout and then transferred to the Navy Recruiting District, Richmond. He is a recipient of 4 Chiefs Awards for removing 5 or more illegal firearms from the streets and a Team Effort Award. On June 3rd, 2019, he was promoted to sergeant and is currently assigned to North Precinct Watch 2. He is joined this evening by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Scott and Valerie Klein, and his brother Sean. Congratulations, Sergeant Klein. Sergeant Eric J. Kemp. Sergeant Kemp was hired as a patrol officer for the Newport News Police Department on March 30, 1995. During his career, he has held several different positions, including bike officer, detective in vice narcotics, and officer on the ATF Violent Crimes Task Force, FBI Safe Streets, and DEA Task Force. He also serves as an operator on the Tactical Operations Unit. Sergeant Kemp is the recipient of Hampton Roads Crime Line Top Cop Award, the Virginia Gang Investigators Association Detective of the Year, the Project Safe Neighborhood Award, and 3 Outstanding Police Performance Awards, and 6 U.S. Attorney's Office Public Service Awards. Whew. Sergeant Kemp believes his greatest achievement is his supportive and loving family. On June 3, 2019, he was promoted to sergeant and is currently assigned to North Precinct Watch 1. Joining him this evening is his wife, Robin, daughter, Leah, and sons, Aaron and Zach, along with his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Warren and Jane Kemp. Congratulations, Sergeant Kemp. Sergeant Alvin Pearson. Sergeant Pearson was hired as a patrol officer for the Newport News Police Department on June 25, 2007. As an officer, he was assigned to South Precinct and North Precinct. During his career, he has held several positions, including Field Training Officer, Detective with Organized Crime Division's Gang Enforcement Unit, and Master Police Officer. He served 5 years as an EMT and SWAT medic for the Tactical Operations Unit and is currently a senior operator. Sergeant Pearson is the recipient of the Bronze Medal of Valor, 3 Life-Saving Awards, 2 Officer of the Quarter Awards, 2 Team Effort of the Quarter Awards, 8 Officer or Detective of the Month Awards, and an Outstanding Police Performance Award. He is also pursuing his degree in criminal justice at Old Dominion University. On June 3rd, he was promoted to sergeant and is currently assigned to Central Precinct Watch 2. Joining him this evening is his mother, Karen, sister Carlin, her husband, Casey, and son, Riley. Congratulations, Sergeant Pearson. The microphone? Oh. I'm sorry. It kind of cuts on and off. Is that better? Ooh. Hello. Okay. Sorry about that. It's okay. Okay, it cuts on and off, so just remind me again. Okay. All right, so next, lieutenant promotions. Lieutenant Richard S. Fish. Lieutenant Fish has over 23 years of service with the Newport News Police Department. Hired on January 4, 1996. Did y'all want me to go back and read all those sergeant ones again? Or no? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, he began his career as a patrol officer and then a detective with the Organized Crime Division's Narcotics Unit. On February 1, 2006, he was promoted to Master Police Officer. Shortly after, in 2007, he was promoted to sergeant, where he served as a supervisor of community operations, high impact patrol, Criminal Intelligence, Organized Crime, and the Federal Drug Task Force Unit. In 2017, he was transferred to the Internal Affairs Unit. Lieutenant Fish is the recipient of 2 Outstanding Contribution to Law Enforcement Awards, 2 Outstanding Police Performance Awards, 2 U.S. Attorney's Office Public Service Awards, and an NNPD Problem Solving of the Year Award. He has been nominated for Supervisor of the Year and received numerous letters of commendation. Lieutenant Fish also holds a degree in criminal justice. On June 3rd, he was promoted to lieutenant and is currently assigned to North Precinct Watch 2. He is joined this evening by his wife, Shannon, sons Hayden and Connor, his mother and her husband, Mr. and Mrs. Catherine and Don Durham, sisters Kimberly Lamal and Kelly Kimray, as well as his nephew, Sam Oakes. Congratulations, Lieutenant Fish. Lieutenant Jessica C. Pennington. Lieutenant Pennington has over 17 years of service with the Newport News Police Department. Hired on May 20, 2002, she began her career as a dispatcher and after attending the academy, became a patrol officer in 2004. During her years as a patrol officer and detective, she was assigned to Central Precinct, South Precinct, the Property Crimes Unit, Economic Crimes Unit, Pawn Unit, and Training Unit. In July of 2011, she was promoted to sergeant, where she served as a North Precinct and Investigation Supervisor, Central Precinct Shift Supervisor, and Training Unit Supervisor. On June 3rd, she was promoted to Lieutenant and is currently assigned to Central Precinct Watch 3. She is joined this evening by her husband, Sergeant Steve Pennington, and their son, Cooper, her mother and father, Mr. and Mrs. Cheryl and Larry Collins, as well as numerous other family members. Congratulations, Lieutenant Pennington. Okay, Lieutenant Lewis Wayne Spencer, Jr. Lieutenant Spencer has over 22 years of service with the Newport News Police Department. Hired on September 24, 1997, he began his career as a patrol officer, where he was assigned to the High Impact Patrol Unit. As a detective, he served with the Vice Narcotics Unit and Aggravated Assault Unit. He is a prior member of the NNPD Honor Guard. On April 1, 2007, he was promoted to sergeant. He supervised South Watch 2, the Organized Crime Division's Gang Unit, the Internal Affairs Unit, and South Precinct Investigations. Lieutenant Spencer is the recipient of 4 Chiefs Coin Awards for weapons taken off the street, Team Effort of the Quarter, 2 Outstanding Police Performance Awards, 3 Employee of the Quarter Awards, 2 U.S. Attorney's Office Public Service Awards, Supervisor of the Year, and numerous letters of commendation. He also served as a member of the Operational Task Force of the Mayor's Committee on Teen and Young Adult Violence. Lieutenant Spencer attended Virginia Commonwealth University, where he studied criminal justice. On June 3rd, he was promoted to lieutenant and is currently assigned to North Precinct. He is joined this evening by his wife, Cynthia, daughters Madeline and Lauren, son Nathan, and his rocking parents, Wayne and Rose Spencer, as well as numerous other family members. Congratulations, Lieutenant Spencer. Okay, on to captain promotions. Yes. Captain Brandon E. Creswell. Captain Creswell has over 17 years of service with the Newport News Police Department. Hired on October 28, 2002, he began his career as a patrol officer, where he was assigned to the High Impact Patrol Unit and served as a member of the SWAT team. He served with Vice Narcotics Unit and Precinct Investigations as a detective. In July of 2008, he was promoted to sergeant. He supervised the High Impact Patrol Unit, Special Victims Unit, and served as a SWAT team leader. In December of 2014, he was promoted to lieutenant as it was assigned to patrol. He was later transferred to the training unit as the academy director and began serving as the SWAT deputy commander and eventually SWAT commander. Captain Creswell is a recipient of the Bronze Medal of Valor, 4 Outstanding Police Performance Awards, Outstanding Contribution to Law Enforcement Award, and the U.S. Attorney's Office Public Service Award. He holds a Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of Virginia. He has completed the Leadership Institute at Christopher Newport University, the University of Virginia's National Criminal Justice Command College, and the Police Executive Research Forum Senior Management Institute for Police. On June 3rd, he was promoted to captain and is currently assigned as the North Precinct Commander. He is joined this evening by his wife Chelsea, sons Eli and Colin, and parents Mr. and Mrs. Eugene and Sally Creswell. Congratulations, Captain Creswell. Captain Jarrell D. Hardy. Captain Hardy has over 18 years of service with the Newport News Police Department. Hired on April 30, 2001, he began his career as a patrol officer and was assigned to North Precinct. He served as a detective with North Precinct Property Crimes, the Vice Narcotics Unit, and Criminal Investigations Robbery Unit before being promoted to Master Police Officer in 2009. He then transferred to the Homicide Unit. In February of 2010, he was promoted to Sergeant. He supervised North Patrol, Internal Affairs, and South Patrol. In November of 2015, he was promoted to Lieutenant and was assigned as a Central Precinct Watch 3 Commander. He was later transferred to South Precinct as the Watch 1 Commander. Captain Hardy holds a master's degree with a specialization in legal studies and is an adjunct professor at St. Leo University's College of Education and Social Services, where he teaches criminal justice. Captain Hardy has volunteered to coach and mentor the city's youth through basketball and football for many years. He is a recipient of numerous awards and commendations, including the U.S. Army Achievement Medal, while serving in the 88th Military Police Company at Fort Eustis. He has received a Detective of the Quarter Award, 4 Officer of the Month Awards, 2 Top Cop Awards, and 2 Outstanding Police Performance Awards. On June 3rd, he was promoted to captain and is currently assigned as the Criminal Investigations Division Commander. He is joined this evening by former NNPD Detective Lloyd LeGrand. Congratulations. Last, but by no means least, Assistant Chief of Police Michael T. Hudgens. Assistant Chief Hudgens has over 24 years of service with the Newport News Police Department. Hired on January 5, 1995, he began his career as a patrol officer where he was assigned to South and Central Precincts. He served in Vice Narcotics and the Special Victims Unit as a detective. In April of 2003, he was promoted to sergeant. He supervised the High Impact Patrol Unit in North Precinct and the Organized Crime Unit Street Narcotics teams. In August of 2007, he was promoted to lieutenant and was assigned to Central Precinct. He also supervised South Precinct, Special Investigation, Narcotics and Gangs, and the Community Outreach Division. In December of 2016, he was promoted to captain and assigned as the Central Precinct Commander. He was later transferred to the Criminal Investigations Division. Assistant Chief Hudgens holds a criminal justice degree with a minor in public law from Old Dominion University and will be completing his master's degree in public administration at the end of this month, I think days. So congratulations. He received his certificate. Well, I'm not done. He received his certificate in local government management from Virginia Tech and is a member of Pi Alpha Alpha as well as the National Honor Society for Public Affairs Administration. Throughout his career, he has received numerous awards such as the Chief Austin Leadership Award, William F. Corvella Leadership Award, the U.S. Attorney's Office Public Service Award, Freedom Maker Award, Masonic Builders Award, Problem Solver Award, and the Group Achievement Award. He has been a steadfast member of the NNPD Critical Incident Stress Management Team since 2014. On June 3rd, 2019, he was promoted to Assistant Chief and is currently the Support Services Bureau Commander. He is joined this evening by his wife Charlene, daughter Anessa, and son Michael. Congratulations, Assistant Chief Hutchins. One more big round of applause for all of our candidates. Woodside High School is going to perform one more number for us before we close out.
It's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance neath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to make things of the calling to your heartstrings that play soft below. You know the night's magic seems to whisper and hush. You know the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love?
Thank you, Woodside High School Orchestra, and thank you all for joining us. This concludes our ceremony. Following the benediction by Chaplain Rosato, we ask that you please join us for a small reception in the room off to your right. Chaplain?
It's a bad sign, I don't know.
No, now it looks like it's on.
It looks like it's on. It's not working. Well, it's not working. I might have to bring my Puerto Rican background and be loud. You know Puerto Rican, we're loud, so we don't have a problem with that. First of all, I want to say congratulations, guys. You are blessed, very blessed. So let's go ahead and pray. Father, Thank you for this great activity. Thank you for these police officers who have been promoted to higher ranks. I ask you to help them in their new work. With greater ranks come greater responsibilities. I ask you to give them wisdom in their work and that you taking care for all evil. Bless them, bless this officer, bless the chief of police, bless the Newport News Police Department, bless the city of Newport News, and bless the citizen. But also, God, I want you to bless and comfort the city of Virginia Beach. Are they going through this tough time? Let their sorrow and sadness be in your hand. We ask this and much more in your name. Amen.
Thanks,
Great job.